Hello everybody, Chrissey here for my normal Sunday morning live stream. I hope everyone is going okay and having a nice weekend over in the US, and I hope in Australia that your Sunday morning's been good, and anywhere in between, of course. Can I read for March the 13th to the 19th? Yeah, I can. So I'll do that. I'll open up with that. I was watching news stories earlier about Ukraine and all that. There's still so much to unpack in that situation, isn't there? Talk about a false flag operation in Belarus. And, so in a village in Belarus. So what we might do is I'll do a general reading. Hi, Gma. Kirsten at Uncover the News. Hello. How are you? Hey, Bubby. James. You might have gone to have a shower or something. A lot of BS talk at what rally? And you want me to do a reading for Trump for the 13th, for the 19th? Hi, Maureen. The ghost of Kiev. What the hell? Whatever that is. Look Harvey up here. A little mascot. Yeah. Oh, it's a fighter pilot. Okay. 49. It's a fighter pilot in a plane. Okay. Yeah. It's a Trump rally right now. Oh, you poor thing. He's in Florence, South Carolina, is he? I think Nancy Mace is one of the ones who. Yeah. Yes, you start daylight savings there in the US. I think ours is finishing here soon. How will the entitled people react to the draft and road rationing of World War III if World War III comes? A lot of crying, crocodile tears, very mercurially. Some will be okay. Some will say, well, that's what you've got to do, and others will bitch. Anxiety. Honestly, pretty much the same as anybody else, except that some of them will be a bit louder because they have no memories of what it's really like. A lot of them. But there are those who do remember and don't want to go back to that. So, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, so Gmar 5, Crazy Cat Lady, Farley, Catherine Stubbs, Spirit Beyond the Stars, hello. Bonnie Russell, Michelle Mabel, Viviane. Okay, so you're right there.
Right?
You're
I
right.
don't think you want decaf.
No, did you accidentally put decaf in?
Yeah, I think you'd skip that out.
Oh, I have been known to drink decaf willingly on occasions.
Yeah.
But no, I think a real one would be good.
Yeah.
Hey. So, let's have a look at I watched several stories this morning on Ukraine, on the town in Lithuania. They're worried because they've got an exercise going on near the border, but they're worried there's this enclave town, and they're worried that there's this enclave, Russian enclave, that is worried about getting caught up in the main thing, and they're feeling things already because they can't go shopping and stuff. It's Belarus. Was that bombing in Belarus involves a false flag as an excuse for Belarus to join the fight properly with their troops? That's a false flag thing. Yeah, it's a scheme. Came up between two partners. That's the lovers. There's a mountain there, which is an obstruction. So it's an attempt to give Belarus an excuse to absolutely go and throw their hat in the ring, get over this obstruction so they can join Loverboy Putin, not the country itself, but Lukashenko, whatever his name is. Yeah, and he's very flighty, and he's not there rightfully anyway. So yeah. Erbil. Yeah. Yeah, I know Erbil's in Iraq. I know someone who's from there. Missile bombing. What the hell? Wow. What's going on there? Always been, what is the bombing in missiles at Erbil about in Iraq? It is the Kurdish capital. No casualties. It was aimed at the US consulate building. What's that about? Heartbreak, betrayal. Hey, sweetie.
Well, they thought I should be through.
Hmm. Hi, Deborah Kell. Guides of the highest truth and compassion. Please give me some indication of what this missile attack in Erbil is about. Reluctance. It's trying to draw in someone who's reluctant. Which would be the US. Legacy. I'm trying to draw Iraq in as well. I think it's to do with, militia groups in the north of the country who are dissatisfied, been around for a while. There's rumours that they're stationed in Syria or maybe northern Iran. Generational. Hope. It's something they're hoping to get away with, but I do think that, I also think maybe I did get the word distraction come through, so maybe it could be, is Russia involved in trying to distract the US away from, because if it was aimed at the consulate, away from the Ukraine. Yeah, a bit of heartbreak that came up before. Now we've got two balancing things. So, and I asked the question, is Russia involved in using it to try and distract the US from from Ukraine? And yeah, I do feel like that, but it's not going to get away with it. It's a bit of distraction. they do have a hand in it in some way. Yeah, and betrayal. Yeah. Hi, Yvonne Dendy. God's the highest. Truth and compassion and universal spirit. Please give me some clarity, insight, and objectivity into the situation in the next week. First, globally. We'll have a look globally first. Hi, Linda B. 2, 3. So this week, stop. This is generally the Knight of Pentacles. A slowdown, a stop, a slowdown of what? Now we're looking globally here. So Knight of Pentacles, slow down, stop, mercenary. But it's also, it could be health. The Six of Wands, victory of some sort. Validation, Page of Wands, talking. There could be another attempt at a ceasefire. And another attempt to, because the talks that the German Chancellor and Macron held 6 hours worth of talks with Putin, and it achieved nothing. So I do feel like the Ukrainian situation is going to be very much in the forefront this week. Families, so there might be another attempt to at least get a ceasefire. It could be a little bit more successful, but details, families cards. So another attempt at a ceasefire, or talks to a ceasefire. Small victory here, and then more talks. GOP details. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Loss and regret. I think it's going to be a rinse and repeat of this week. Then a step up in momentum on the weekend. So it's like, and I'm looking at this globally. So it looks like Ukraine is going to dominate again. But then a step up in momentum. Is there anything going to happen with coronavirus? Yeah, more heartbreak with coronavirus. But also some new hope, a new journey with that maybe. So there's going to be overall very much still a big focus on the Ukraine Russia situation. More focus is, no, this isn't the GOP. This is possibly another family member joining in the dance. So this could be Belarus deciding to formally join in and send troops over. Coronavirus, more heartbreak with that, but then a new start. But next weekend, there's going to be a step up in momentum one way or another with the war between Russia and Ukraine. With coronavirus, it's a new journey, some more heartbreak, and some evening out of things. So possibly some tempering of things, more balance happening. I know this new strain is causing trouble everywhere. Here in WA, 25% of new cases are the BA2 strain. But I keep getting an evening of the scales here, a balancing of the scales. So maybe some statin medication. Yeah, medications. Again, I'm getting justice here, justifications. So that feeling like things might be evening up, be justified. Then the high priest, more plans and strategies being introduced. So now there's only one high impact card with Ukraine, with the Ukraine-Russia situation, but coronavirus, which I've asked of, got 1, 2, 3, 4 high impact cards. So there's going to be some pretty big happenings, changes with with the virus worldwide. Okay. Yeah, Melitopol, the Russians, 10 of them, 10 soldiers apparently went in and kidnapped the mayor of a Ukrainian city. Okay. Hi, Geek. Oh, Geek, go take care of your add-on. Go. Oh, my goodness. Are you and the rest of your home okay? A Ukrainian postal company to print a Russian warship "Go F yourself" stamp. I love it. Okay, let's have a look at the US this week. What's going on with the US? A foot of snow. It's March. Yeah, I've heard that Kentucky can be very foot of heavy wet snow last night. Oh my Lord. Bomb cyclone. Oof. It's intact. Good as long as your home's intact. Yeah. But it's horrible that the add-on, you know, is. If you haven't seen my interview with Sheila, go over to her channel and have a watch of the interview that I had with Sheila at Celtic Tarot. I was absolutely blown away when I saw the finished product. Yeah. Okay. In the US, this week in the US, the administration, Biden administration and stuff, and people in general. So first up, there's the Biden administration, then I'll do the general population. So Biden administration this week in the US, there's an opportunity on Sunday. They'll also talking about more money issues, sanctions. I guess there's an opportunity, a new round. I don't know if they've got anything more they can sanction. More businesses. Yeah. The Queen of Cups on Monday. I think Kamala Harris is very much going to be, she's really shining. I believe she's really shining. So I do think there'll be news with Kamala Harris's efforts and stuff. Seven of Swords, strategies that don't quite work. Risk-taking. Three of Wands. Consequences from strategies. On Wednesday, Thursday, the Two of Wands. Resetting back to a bigger picture, having a look, taking a step back and a review. Okay. So there's definitely going to be a review this week of the strategies that they've put in place. This can be a card of strategies. Interesting question about Tucker Carlson. That Slavic guy. Hello. How are you? Friday. More agendas and secrets coming out. Two of Swords, a crossroads point on Saturday. Now, is the Thursday and Friday, are they to do with the 1-6 committee? Bigger picture and secrets, lies and spies. You're doing well. That's good. You can't find it anywhere. Yeah, Michelle, no. I don't know. I've had a couple of off-the-cuff things of finding things, but yeah. So that would be a private reading. So yeah, if you want a private reading, you can email me. Okay. This is the 1-6 committee. Thursday and Friday is very much going to be tied up with the 1-6 committee. Here he is, Trump. bullet is out. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad that you don't need any more surgeries, Slovak guy, sorry. Yes, you do. Rest up. So, yeah. And, yeah. Ooh. Mhm. Got some interesting Trump questions. We've sort of steered away from him a bit this week, haven't we? Okay, the US population in general, what's going on with them this week? With you guys? Where's the, oh, there it is. So there's definitely going to be stuff, a bigger picture emerging with secrets and lies and strategies about Trump, the election, the whole thing with Trump. Okay, in general across the US this week. Sunday, very emotional. Of course, it's connections, relationships, family day for a lot of people. Some good news on Monday coming, possibly about merchants. Then Tuesday, defeat. So strategy not quite working out. Yeah. There's some good news on Monday for the American people, which is, I do feel like that's a merchant, so maybe some things have been hard to get back in shops. Hi Marie Sutton. Um, oh wow! Oh, that Slovak guy. You're with NATO. Oh, bless you. Bless you. Oh, blessings to you, my dear. And yeah, I'm so glad that you've had the last of your surgeries. Good night, and thank you for joining us. And oh my goodness, blessings to you. And you get some sleep, my darling. Okay, you get some sleep. We're all wishing and hoping that this situation is resolved sooner rather than later. Okay. You get lots and lots of rest, my darling. Blessings. And thank you for joining me. I feel honoured that you've seen my channel and decided to join. So I'm really honoured that you've done that. Thank you. Hi, Aline. So if you ever want to join again, that Slovak guy will call you SG. How's that? So we know that you're here. Bless you, my darling. So there's a little bit of a downturn in something by Tuesday. So it's a bit of, and then more stuff coming out, more hidden stuff. It's a little bit of peaks and valleys in the general US population this week. Hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work. People working hard, trying their best to get things done. Balancing of the scales. So it's going to be a bit of an up and down week. Some good news, some not so good news with things. Feeling of being able to move on towards different agendas, different peaks within. So sort of like that feeling of being stuck. Like finally being able to feel like you can move forward on from where you are, just as a general population in the US. How much is this to do with COVID? Is any of this COVID? Is this defeat? Is this a breakthrough with COVID? No, still embattled. What is this? Secret lines and spies. Manipulation of funds. Is this moving on towards out of a valley? Like it's like they're moving towards the mountains out of a valley. Let's have a look. Yes, more talks. More talks about actions. Some supply chain issues with this 9. Is it going to be some improvements with supply chain? Yes. And also some prosecution. So I think there's definitely a move here in Australia, and I'm pretty sure that Biden has announced moves to be taken for people who are price gouging, profiteering. Yeah, so there might be a bit of a crackdown on that to help people out. So it's sort of like a bit of an up-down week in general for the populace over in the US. And but a bit more of a balancing of the scales. So yeah. Will they introduce a fourth booster here in Australia? I'm just going to. They introduced a second booster shot here in Australia. Evening of the Scales, King of Pentacles, the Health. Yeah, Australia's battle with Omicron seems to have taken a step back with BA2 spreading so quickly. As far as being no better, no worse, true, but the spreading of it. King of Pentacles introduced some stability is needed, so possibly a fourth booster to even the scales. That'll be interesting, a fourth shot, a second booster to even the scales. Hi, Clarence. Okay, are the Russian oligarchs, now I got asked quite a few questions about the Russian oligarchs. Are any of the condos and all that in Trump Tower, etc., going to be seized and all that? So we'll have a look at all that now. We'll move on to that. I just wanted to ask that question. Yes or no? Will a second booster shot be introduced in Australia? Yeah, there's a possibility of that. It'll be 3 months after the last one. Yes, that offer could be up there. Yeah. Okay. Let's got some questions. Paul Ryan, former House Speaker. Please read. He's Universal CIS. Okay, Paul Ryan. Don't know much about the company, but the judgment card just flew out. So there's definitely some form of scrutiny happening there with that company. So that's a judgment card. It just flew out while I was reading your question. So I'll go with this question for Joe G. What's the challenge for them? Page of Wands. Someone talking about that. Has there been a whistleblower? But there's a lot of talk happening around this. King of Pentacles, corruption. And that's in the advice card. So the challenge here is a lot of people talking. The advice card is distance yourself, basically. What's at the base of this? The Four of Wands. I'm getting tradition. I don't know anything about the company, okay? But the Four of Wands is bringing people together, bringing things in celebration. What's the outcome for this? Don't celebrate too soon. What's the outcome for Paul Ryan with this company? Justice. So whether his involvement is fair or foul, it will be dealt with in the appropriate way. Okay, so whatever Paul Ryan's involvement with this company, it will be dealt with in the appropriate way. So, yeah, I wouldn't stress too much as to what way that is, but it's definitely being scrutinised at the moment. There's definitely some elements of corruption happening there, and sort of like celebrating too soon. So, yeah. Oh, definitely some things coming out about that company too. That was on the bottom of the deck. So there's some that's 3 high impact cards there. So there's going to be some big stuff coming out about that company. Significant things. And yeah. So let's have a look at. Is this a good idea? Putin wants peace talks. Can he trust Israel? I think if he leaves the Ukraine, he'll be must. Should Zelensky go to Israel for peace talks? Here are the peace talks. Should Zelensky go? Change, and temperance. Readdress the balance. Should he go in? I'm thinking, I'm getting he should take part in them, but should he go in person? Suspension. I'm getting no, he should do that remotely. So, yeah. But then the more he does remotely, it's a bit of a double-edged sword, isn't it? Being able to just he had the technology around him to mask where he is for remote things. Okay, so we've got some more questions here. Oh, that joins Georgia and 20 other states getting rid of concealed carry permits. Is that going to be a disaster? Is that going to be a disaster? Two of Wands. It's a risky strategy. They're not really thinking about the bigger picture. Got the High Priestess there. What is the wisdom of this strategy? Is it an unwise strategy? Yes. Not a very good strategy. But they'll learn that. No damage or casualties at the US facilities. State. I think I can see more of those sorts of things happening. Not being close but no cigar, sort of distractions, strategies to try and lure the US away So, yeah. I'd love to get one of those stamps. So, will it be revealed that anyone in the US Congress to be Russian assets? Got the world card. It's signifying a change in somebody's place in the world. So if something's revealed this way, it would mean a change in their place in the world. And that's a big yes card. Page of Cups. And Three of Pentacles. It could be at least three of them, if not assets, just sort of accepting money. But I don't know what the bar is to say whether someone's an asset or not. But three people really do need to, yeah. I'm getting like two people not as involved, like they talk to this person and they're very involved. Page of Cups. Very untrustworthy and a very immature. Didn't think that, they don't think they'll get found out. Let's see. But how deep? How bad? Yeah, there is someone there who's the middle larger pentacle in the three there, dirty money too, who's really been put in there to create chaos. That could be any of them. And I won't name names, okay? Greedy merchant. Block things. I get the feeling it just started out small, but it's just grown out of my control, that sort of thing. But they can't stop. They're like addicted. And they know that stopping them, getting themselves out of it, they could end up in jail. Will anyone end up in jail? The Star card. It's a definite possibility. Evening of the Scales and Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, they definitely supplied some information. And very much a quid pro quo type relationship. I will not name any names. I'm not getting any names and I'm not going to ask for them. Okay. So is Tucker Carlson a Russian asset? Well, Yeah, pretty obviously, yes. They're certainly using him to their advantage, but I understand what you mean. Is he a formally engaged Russian asset? Will the Bank of England push rates up with the war set to drag on? Yes, they will. Hi to everyone in England. Hello to all my lovely lurkers, and hello to everyone who watches later, clicks on my videos and watch later. I really do appreciate it. I really do, and thank you so much for that. The support I get from you guys is amazing, and thank you. If you want a reading, if you're new to my channel and you want a reading, there you go. So, Tucker Carlson. But is he a asset? Judgment is definitely coming towards him. 5 of Swords. His actions are going to have people turning against him. This is the classic. People turning against you because of your actions. Ace of Cups. Stirring up emotions. It's interesting, this chalice, because the bird is not free to fly off. It is welded to this chalice, caught up. It's welded to the chalice, and that's an interesting momentum, the 7 of Chariot. I mean, just the fact that they keep playing his stories and all that in Russia, definitely he's an asset in that way. Momentum. Definitely, this is going to get out of control on him. He thinks he's got it all in control. But this whole question and this, even the Hungarian leader who is, whether to trust is like, no, he's not on Putin's side, and all that. But it's just, he's got a lot of questions coming at him. He's definitely going to be called in for questioning, and he's got a lot of questions coming at him, and he's going to find it hard to duck and weave and avoid. Got a lot of things coming at him at once. The Lovers, agreements. I've just got oligarchs. So he's on top of the Lovers, on top of the Ace of Cards, an agreement. He sort of welded himself to a couple of oligarchs. Yeah, he's been so busy getting on to see what he sees as his job, that he's not noticing the dark clouds creeping of smoke creeping up on him. 9 of Swords, he's got some anxious times coming ahead of him. 5 of Cups, loss and regret, and then a real period of insecurity. He definitely got himself in a position where he's not just being perceived as an asset, but possibly being investigated as one. He's got, things are about to go pretty haywire on him soon. So he's certainly being perceived by some people as one. And that's put him in the crosshairs. And he's going to have a lot of stuff coming at it. As Trump once famously put it, he's going to have some stuff happen to him. He's going to go through some stuff. Okay. Will Trump's condos, any of Trump's condos and apartments and properties be seized for being the property of Russian oligarchs? Now, that is an interesting question. Let's have a look. It's very humid here today. Very cloudy, very humid. Guys, thank you for your help so far. Please help me find some answers here. This is very insecure. Again, insecurity. Family, part of the family. Seven of Pentacles, that is a card of consequences. Again, they are, because their assets are being investigated. They're definitely being assessed. Yes, that's a big yes card. So yes, there's a real possibility of that happening. Knight of Wands. Again, we've got the Knight of Wands, which is restraint unleashed. So there's going to be some investigation. It's also a card of investigation and making connections. The pyramid's often in the background, and she's in a pyramid, often about making connections, as the wands can be, as the court cards for the wands often are. Here it is. This welded bit. He's not going to be happy, but yes, I do think that. And here's the dirty money, the oligarch money, manipulation, the truth, and again, shift in the place in the world. Yeah, I do feel. Yeah, I think they will. But they're going to make sure they've got every I dotted and every T crossed before they do that. Will it be found that Russian oligarchs are laundering money through Trump and Kushner properties? Let's have a look. That could be why Trump's properties get seized. I don't know about Kushner. I think he's more Saudi money, but definitely Trump. Let's have a look. Constriction. The Eight of Swords, pain in himself. The Hierophant, trying to think outside the box, go outside of the processes. And the Eight of Wands. There's my little card, my little book for multiples. Let's see. There it is. Okay. The previous Tucker Carlson had like 3 8s before. 3/8 was good news about relationships. Good news for who? Yeah. But I feel like they should be reversed. So surprises coming out with 2/8 for this question about Trump and the money laundering. I do feel like Kushner's more, yeah, here's the dirty money again. Definitely Trump. Yeah, manipulation of money on top of the thinking outside the box or moving outside of established processes. 6 of Cups. Oh, yes. Past ties, past actions, prosecution, new investigations, and 9 of Wands and battle. Yeah, I do think that stuff is going to come out about that eventually. Yeah. The floor just gave. Oh, good. I'm so glad. So your add-on collapsed because of dodgy work by a contractor. Well, good. Okay, so I went back to check some comments. Hey, sweetheart. I'm just going to get up and stretch my legs. It's very, very muggy here. Oh, my goodness. Will Kushner try to flee the country if he's indicted? Yeah. Oh, who's this you're talking about, Catherine Stubbs? He definitely wants to. Will he try? Someone's offered him a place to stay, and he's trying to think up ideas. Strength. The case is strengthening against him. Yeah, the more picture comes out, the disruptions. Trump even. They might try, but I don't think their strategies are going to work. It definitely deals, and it is a strategy, but you know what? I don't know if they're going to work. I'll just be back in just a minute, guys, okay? Your younger brother. Oh, my goodness. Please, everyone, just take a minute while I'm gone to send out healing and loving energy to all those who are suffering from all kinds of cancers, and send healing, white healing light and yellow positive light to all those who suffer from these various cancers, wherever they may be. I've got pulsing feeling. A white pulse, a yellow pulse, sending it out. Okay, I'll be back in just a moment, okay? Got to stretch my legs as usual. Oh.
Maritime.
You're so defeatist.
Well, when they started placing those artillery pieces around the capital, it was like inside. Oh, you know, when they said that those Russian so-called tanks were placing themselves under trees. They weren't tanks. Maybe some tanks were.
Trucks, Bob.
Oh. Well,
They were trucks, I thought.
there were probably tanks and trucks, but there were artillery pieces.
Oh, yeah, quite possibly.
Those
Hello, I'm back, my darlings. Thank you for your patience as always. Hubby's making me a fresh coffee. Just get my skirt straightened out. Now, when your skirt twists around you when you're going to sit down and stuff. Oh, oh. Yeah, don't, yeah. Kenya Jones, hello. Now, if you've joined me in the last little while I was looking at some earlier comments and reading on them, Jim and Generic, Kenya Jones, Catherine Stubbs, Deborah Costro, Catherine Bush, hello. Yeah. Highlander B, Shelby Lisa, hello. Yeah. Oh, hello. That Slovak guy, you've come back. Well, 1/8 of the van is full. Okay. I don't know what that means, Slovak guy, but I'm sad you're back. Hi, Celtic Seer. Yeah, James, he makes me my coffee. He's such a sweetheart. He absolutely has no idea about he says he just doesn't get it, can't understand it. But he still makes me the coffees, and yeah, he does, supports it in, even though he says I just don't understand it. He doesn't get it in any way, shape, or form. But sometimes, like twice this week, he's come out and said, oh, there's just read a news article, this and this has happened. And I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, you just validated something I said. And he's like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Yeah, he makes my coffee for me. US defense officials said missiles have been launched at Erbil, Iraq from Iran. Yeah, okay. Those missiles were launched from Iran. Yes, not surprised. That's where I thought they came from. Yeah, Jen Lynn, I occasionally pop in and watch her on the Monday morning my time. Okay. No, they've only seized about 7 of those yachts. There's a lot more than 7 out there. Yeah, so those of you who are lurking and watching and new, I have a hubby who, as he said, just doesn't get the cards at all. But he keeps me in coffee. And
I'm a scientist.
He
Trained scientist. But don't get the cards, no. There you go, baby. Nice and creamy. literally.
He says he doesn't get them, but he doesn't disrespect them.
No, I don't
Course.
understand a lot of things.
But he doesn't disrespect it. He just doesn't understand it. He disrespected it. But no. He, oh, my head, I've got to trim my fringe again. Sorry, guys. It's just getting in my eyes there. So that's why I wear the scarves, and because my hair grows like crazy. I actually trimmed my fringe less than a week ago, and it's already, a lot of it's already grown back to annoy the crap out of me. It grows like crazy, but going to a hairdresser and all that just isn't on the cards. Mm. And to new people who are watching and lurking, hello and thank you. The World Kitchen Channel. Thank you for reminding me. Hang on. As most of my viewers know, I have two screens. Often I'll share when I do my spooky special. I haven't done a pet special in ages, but we'll have a look. Hi, Jennifer Taylor. How are you? My World Kitchen, The World Kitchen. It's The World Kitchen, is it? Or World Central Kitchen? It's World Central Kitchen, is that it? It's World Central Kitchen, isn't it? Well, is it World Kitchen? That is their channel, and that's the channel for the World Central Kitchen. Is that right? World Central Kitchen. Okay. I'll have a look for it later to find the actual channel. World Central. You know me, I get drawn off into tangents. World Central Kitchen. Chefs for Ukraine. There they are. I take it that's their channel. World Central Kitchen. Subscribe. There you go. All their videos. Yeah. Well, they're at 1.18 subscribers, so they need another couple of hundred. They have to get to 1,400 subscribers. So, yeah. in order to, at least to be able to monetize their videos. Okay, to raise money from their videos. Okay, so that's, I'll just take that down. Hi, Sheila. Hello. It took my okay, it didn't pick up the link that I put in there. But that's the disclaimer that I put there. Thank you, Sheila. We'll have to get together and do a video. New mayor has been installed in the Ukrainian city of Melitopol, which is under Russian control. Was detained by armed men. Will he be free? Will the real mayor, will they get him out? Will he be freed? Or he's in a very insecure place at the moment. He was really standing out. So this new mayor is a puppet. The mayor, they took autonomous in a better place. He's in a bit of a tricky place. His autonomy will be restored. He will be let out, but it's going to take a little while, okay? There's growing support. They can't just go in, kidnap a mayor and install someone who's a Soviet sympathizer or who's a Russian sympathizer. Yeah, you know that word. Yeah. Well, before they can monetize the videos, they need another 2,200 subs. Okay. I'm going to swap the cards over now. World Central Kitchen are an amazing organisation who go everywhere to help feed people after natural disasters. Yeah. Yeah. Will they get the mayor out of captivity and reinstall him with Ukrainians? Yes, there's hope for him. He's in a, his health is a little bit shaky because of it, but there's hope that they'll get him out to be able to rest. They'll continue fighting until he's freed. So, yeah. This is what they want to do. This is just like, this is what we're going to do to Zelensky. When we get to him, he's going to disappear and we'll put our puppet leader in place. So they did it small scale with this town by kidnapping their mayor and basically showing what they're going to do. Okay. Hi, Diane Lasorda. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. So I've subscribed to World Central Kitchen on my general. I don't put videos or anything on my other YouTube channel. That's just for me to go in and watch all my favorite shows and stuff. And I will do it on Footprint as well. Okay. And hubby. I'll do it for hubby as well. He's gone and subscribed on my channel for a few modelling channels, on my YouTube account for a few modelling channels. So he doesn't switch over. So I added his YouTube account to the television there. So I'll go in and I'll add World Central Kitchen to him. Missouri bill would make the termination of fatal ectopic pregnancies a felony. Oh my God. What? That bill is not going to hold up because ectopic pregnancies can kill. And even if they don't kill, they can leave you. I had a friend when I was young. She had an ectopic pregnancy and it did almost kill her. And she couldn't, and she lost an ovary, I think. It was written by a man. Will that get defeated? Oh my God, just so disgusting that people don't do their homework. They don't do their homework. Yeah, they can't. It's barbaric. It is so barbaric. There are a lot of good Texans out there, including you, Marie Hansen. Now, this is some idiot in Missouri. Your battery is done. Okay, Bonnie Russell, thanks for joining us. And if you do want a reading, there's my email. It's $30 US. Or if you're in the UK, whatever the equivalent is in the UK and in Australia, it's usually around $40 and stuff like that. So, yeah, so if you take $30 US and do the currency exchange, then that's what it costs you and whatever your currency is. And I do them by Zoom or Messenger if you're linked, if you're a friend on my Facebook. I can do WhatsApp, Skype, any of those things. Okay, yeah, ban cluster bombs. Yep. So yeah, it does help, brings in some extra money. So if you do want a reading, sorry, just not. You can email me. Yeah. What do you got there, baby? You're going to have those steaks tonight, sweetheart. I saw a story today from Texas this morning. Something about Abbott doing something stupid.
Who's Abbott?
He is the governor of Texas in the United States. And I can't remember what it was. I can't remember the story. Sorry, guy. Hi, Renee. Let's have a look at some more stories to read on. £350 a month by the government. Britons are offered £350 a month by the government to open their homes by Ukrainian refugees. I think a little bit more would be appropriate. But there are a lot of good-hearted people who will say, stuff your money, we're taking them in anyway. But that would help with extra food and stuff. Will the Bank of England push rates up with the war set to drag spending power down? Yeah, I think I answered that a little while. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember the story I read about him. £50 a month. Yeah. Will it help? Poland said they could take 1 million refugees. They're up to 1.5 million. So they do need some help there. Will it help? Will a lot of people take up the offer? Yeah, but it's going to be a bit slow. Some might take it up for the wrong reason. There's always people who do that. But yeah, there's some hope with that. And there's some people who, will just do it for the wrong reason and do the wrong thing. So it's going to be some help, but then there are always people who do this, who take up these offers for the wrong reason, and they really have to watch out for those people. Vet them thoroughly. Like they might take them in and put them in a couple of small rooms and use them as labour on their farms or whatever. That happens with people. So, and get their payment every month and get free labour. No, that can't happen. And that's really, it's going to take time because they really have to police that. So it can be a real double-edged sword. And trust me, people do it everywhere, and it's a horrible thing. I'm not saying everybody in the UK would do that, but there will be some people who do that. And honestly, it's like, no, you don't do that to people. If you're going to offer them a place, it's terrible, some of the things people do. Will the war in Ukraine thaw US-Venezuela relations? Now, that's interesting because things have been very frosty there for years, haven't they? It can be great, and a lot of people do that, do the right thing, but there are some, and I'm not just talking about Britain, I'm talking about places all over the country, all over the world, where they'll take that money and they'll like, put them all in a barracks or in a share house or something, and then, oops, look, we need your passport for government record. No, they don't. It's something, if they're going to do it, they really need to police it properly and make sure that people are not, that there are people out there who will take advantage of it and exploit it and exploit those people. So there's going to have to be a real tightening of the range on that. The transgender investigation order, that's it. Yeah. Is that going to be put a stop to completely? Just put a halt to it. There's more stuff going to come out about that. I think they're going to have to abandon it, and I hope that's true. I'm fine, thank you, Greta. Now, the war, Venezuela-US relations. It's been very frosty for a while. Will the war in Ukraine thaw? Because the US are talking to, I think, Chile and Venezuela about oil. Will it thaw the relations between Venezuela and the US? Yes. Yes and no. Cold shoulder. It might be an end to the cold shoulder. There's definitely yes here, and then I've got the Queen of Swords. She's reversed, which is cold shoulder. Does this mean that it's an end to the cold shoulder? Let's have a look. The Tower. Reversed, so quite a bit of a shake-up. Wait, is this in Venezuela? Because yes, and I said why? Because of the cold shoulder, and then the tower reversed. So not as devastating as a full-on tower would be, but quite a devastating shake-up and change. So that's in the why. And what's the outcome? Dark side of money. Judgment against. I think there's going to be quite a lot of disruption happening down in Venezuela at the moment. What is all this about? Handing over some of the burden. I'm going to do this again. I'm going to make sure there's no reversals. Take all the reversals out. But it looks like it's still going to be quite a bit of a shaky time between the US and Venezuela. There's a few disruptions there. So it might lead to some thawing. Just turn them right. I can't do that. It comes out reversed. I can't do that if it's in a reverse deck, and it's just like okay. So we'll do that again. Yes, I can. No, I can't. everyone reads differently. Yeah, it's like if they come out reversed and I turn them upside down, it's just like I get no. You turn it back. You know. So if I want clarification on that message, I've turned all the cards right side up now. So let's have a look. We'll ask that question again. Will the war in Ukraine or US-Venezuelan relations? Strengthen the relations, right? Okay. So that's a yes. A journey, but it's still got a bit of how by one country helping the other to smoother things. But I do feel like there's going to be some conflict in Venezuela on its own. That this Russia business it's going to inspire some young people. But there is going to be a bit of a pause first, painting themselves into a corner, restrictions. Thinking outside of the box, anxiety. Yeah, there's still a feeling of anxiety around happenings within Venezuela. Like, yes, there'll be a start to getting more oil, and then there'll be a pause, and then there'll be a government. So is there going to be some more disruption within Venezuela? Yeah, the struggles there that came up again, the 10. So Venezuela's not quite finished with all the stuff that's going on within it yet. What's the outcome going to be? A thawing? Yes, there's that opening card we had last time. So yes, it is. The relationship will be strengthened, but there's still quite a bit of a struggle going on within the nation, and it's installing the correct governments. Hi, Karen Hardin. Haven't seen you for a while. Welcome back. Hi, Judy Malley. And maybe that might be a bit of a troubled waters and then a bit of a pause. But yeah. So I think there will be a strengthening of the relationship between the two countries, letting go of some of the tension there. And it's all because of that guy who really set himself up as president when he shouldn't, of course. Hello to all my lurkers and everyone who decides to watch later. Anyone got any questions for me? Still got a ways to go for my Sunday morning show. Your grandparents were from Kiev. Ah, is it Kiev? Hi, Elaine, if you're watching. Oh, hi, Rigby. And hi to all the other people who I know and that I'm in regular contact with, who I know are lurkers as well. Scotland and Wales want to be Ukrainian refugee super sponsors. Oh, that would be great. 2 women were stabbed at the Metropolitan Museum of Modern Art. How will the entitled people handle the draft and rationing if World War III happens? I did a reading on that earlier. It was very vague. Like, I don't think they're going to have to, basically. But they're not going to like any restraints. They're going to say, oh, you're prisoners, and you're taking us against our will, all that sort of thing. They're going to whinge. You can't do that to us. Pretty much the usual stuff. But they can't stop whatever changes might happen if that happens. They've got no real control over that. But they'll cheat and lie and buy things underground. And, yeah, they're very merciful. Yeah. Not everybody who has money will do that. There's a lot of families out there who, with a lot of money and a lot of power who step up time and time again. But they do it quietly. Hi, MK Karen. Get their Starbucks. Universal Spirit. I'm just doing a bit of grounding. Have McDonald's pulled out yet of Russia? Just doing a little bit of grounding here. Universal Spirit and guides of the highest truth and compassion. I wish to be grounded. Touching this wood. Okay. They are out of Russia. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, Georgia Republicans are introducing the Don't Say Gay bill. Oh, my God. Boris Johnson to hold a summit with Nordic and Baltic leaders facing Putin. The Baltic states, that's where all this is taking place. Will that get anywhere? Will that achieve anything? Oh. Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that, Karen. Hope they're at peace now. But to be driven to a place where you have to do that, you can only hope that improvements come along in the system to help people so that they don't get to that point. So will this summit do any good? Not really. Not really. Honestly, I do see some non-NATO Baltic states Denmark, Finland, Estonia, Iceland, Latvia, Lithuania, and the Netherlands, Sweden and Norway. How to build Ukraine after the war. Well, shouldn't they have someone from the Ukraine there? I mean, yeah, no, it's a lot of talk given a dinner on Monday night at Checkers. Well, honestly, I don't see it doing any good. I think it's a clumsy attempt. How to rebuild Ukraine after this is over. Come on. I think it's a clumsy attempt. I don't think anything really will be achieved out of it. They might get some penetrating insights into what an idiot Johnson is. It's like he wants to play world police. Yeah, there he is. Step up and be the big man on campus. It might strengthen the relationships between all those countries, but what good is it going to do Ukraine? Is it going to do Ukraine any good? Not really. They're still going to be in a very insecure as insecure a position after the summit as they were before. So, bit of a waste of time. Oh, what's this? Secrets, lies, and spies. Why the moon? What's this moon about? I'll put that down. Grab another deck. Why? What is that moon about with this summit? What is that moon about? This sun barking at the moon? On the top, we got the strength card again. Strengthening some alliances. But look what was on the bottom. The tower. And walking away, abandoning them. Okay, I think there's another agenda there that they're not telling. Forcing ways in which they can try and force Putin to walk away. But you don't force Putin to do anything. I'm a bit skeptical about whether or not that summit will achieve anything. I don't see China invading Taiwan. I just don't. I just think that they're not that stupid. No. They know that they wouldn't get away with it. It's, just because the US have got their eye on something else doesn't mean they're not keeping an eye on that situation. How am I feeling? I'm okay. Thank you. Thank you for the question. COVID, yeah, I'm just staying at home and, you know, trying to find work that I can do at home. Not much luck yet. So, yeah. Hi, Eleanor. There's a big reason they don't want to close the skies over Ukraine. As they're saying, it pretty much is closed. But if NATO do it, it's basically a declaration of war. And they can't do that. That's not their role. Yeah, I keep trying to look for work and stuff. But, yeah. Will Boris Johnson resign? Will Boris Johnson resign? Russian threatened not to bring the American home from the ISS and threatened to crash the ISS back into Earth. Seriously? Let's have a look. Will they do that? I'm getting empty threat, like a temper tantrum. If they did that, the International Space Station, that is just, no, that's an empty threat. I'm getting an empty threat. It's like temper tantrum. Yeah. Will they get the American home? He might have to stay up there longer, but they will get him home eventually. But he might have to stay up there a bit longer. So will Boris Johnson resign? Readying for support for ISS via NASA. Yeah. So he might be up there a bit longer, but yeah, I feel that one of those guys. Well, he is SpaceX, Elon Musk. But will Elon Musk get involved to help this guy get home? Certainly going to lend some support. I've got that 10 of things again. It'd be a bit of a struggle, but they will get there. But I think they're going to have a couple of aborted goes first. But eventually, like I said, he's going to be up there a bit longer. But I do think that they will eventually get him home. That opportunity will come, but it's going to take a while. Hi, Tammy Aldrich. How do they separate it? Don't even think about these things. So will Boris Johnson resign? Hi, Fern Robin Blank. How are you? I think there's going to be increasing pressure for him too. There's definitely a group of people coming together for him too. But it's still very foggy. My negotiations with other people still underway. The outcome is, but things will work out, and on that, and then on the outcome with it's the card, yeah, the Ace of Wands and 6. Quid pro quo. What is that about? Opportunistic. That it's look, I think he is eventually, but not yet. I mean, there's still too much confusion going on. Oh, Eleanor, I don't even want to put that thought out there. Will Zelensky be taken prisoner by Russia or worse? Easy to separate modules, and they've separated, yeah. Will Zelensky the 6 of Pentacles flew out. So that's certainly in his mind to kidnap him for a deal. But will it succeed? No. But it's going to be a very fiery time. And there's going to be losses involved. There'll definitely be attempts. And there'll be losses involved. Will Zelensky be safe? Seven. Assessment. There's too much. We've got the 7 of coins and the 7 of cups. Too many things happening. Yeah. Will he be well protected? Yes. Okay. But there's so much murkiness. There's going to be a lot of attempts at disinformation to say we got him when we haven't. And yeah. Okay, let's have a look at Donald Trump. This next week for Donald Trump. Let's have a look. Yeah, I don't think so. I think Zelensky will be safe. But they're going to try and fool people into thinking that he's been taken and given up and stuff. But no, he'll be safe. Yeah, disappointment for Putin. Look. Yeah, we'll have a look at Trump. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Donald Trump, the next week for Donald Trump. Just hang on for a minute. I'm going to mute for a minute because I'm going to be swearing. Okay. Sorry, I just had to swear a bit. This time. Oh. Donald Trump in the next week. What have we got? Dirty money, stabbing people in the back. They flipped over. Yeah, I'm okay. Someone was sticking a needle into the back of my shoulder. I got it yesterday too when I was doing my spooky special. And I've just told them to F off. It's bad enough when you get those things just normally doing things, but yeah. Trump. No, he's putting up a very strong front. Like, I'm big, I'm tough, I'm strong. Trump's week. Let's have a look at Trump's week. I'll do a full cross, hey? I'm big, I'm tough and strong. This is him at the rally. And look how big and tough and strong I'm getting he didn't get as many people as he wanted. Anybody know how many people turned up? Thank you, my darling. Thank you. What's the challenge for Trump this week? He's been a greedy little boy. He's been a naughty little boy. And he's got to stop that coming out. Liar, liar, pants on fire is about right too. So what's at the base of this reading? Gaslighting and lies, of course. With this rally, more of the same, gaslighting, lies. Choose your potion. Overflowing, overindulgence, medication, not drinking, of course, because he doesn't drink alcohol, but other things. I'm just got really zoned in on that. I know it's supposed to be a communion wafer. For me, it's pills. I think his body is starting to feel the effect of all the abuse of pills. I'm buffering. Oh, I'm sorry about that. What's happening with him at the present in the moment? Oh, I'm glorious. I'm so lucky. I'm the sun. I'm the sun. It comes out of my backside. I've got nothing to hide. Yeah, the aches are going off. They're feeling better. He was slurring tonight. Yeah. What's in his immediate future? An agreement. And this is big. This is the lovers. An agreement. A deal. Reaffirmation of relationships. possibly even more proof of relationships coming out in the immediate future. What's his attitude? I'm as innocent as a child. Oh, and this is his unique strength too, is he just really does believe that the sun shines out of his backside. What does he need to know? There is stuff coming at him. There is stuff coming at him. What are his hopes and fears? I'm going to win. I'm going to, I'm carrying a big stick and I'm going to beat my way back into power. And he doesn't have any fears that way because he's just doesn't believe he's in the wrong. So how can he have any fears? You're only fearful of something if you're in the wrong. But he doesn't believe it. God's given him this. That's, God. He really is dangerous. What's his outcomes for this week? This is just for this week. Stop. Freeze. Does this go back to these two cards which flipped out, which was dirty money and stabbing people in the back? Long dark night of the soul. Are they connected? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. This is Congress too. This is my card for Congress. Are there any blows coming to Trump this week? Are there any blows coming to Trump this week? The High Priestess. Secrets exposed. What else? The Hierophant. There's that money laundering aspect again. And his responsibility in trying to upset, more confirmation of that. But all I'm getting is frustration, disappointment for him. He's going to try and get around the system yet again. Justice. A blow from justice this week as well. Wow. Hi, Patricia Franzino. Oh. Hey, sweetheart. Oh. Can I ask you for a nice strong cup of tea? Can I ask you for a nice strong cup of tea? Will they stop him from asking for money? And look at this. I was shuffling the cards and the High Priestess flew out again. So there's definitely strategies going on. Had a whole clump of 3 cards come out. Oh, he's feeling very insecure. Where's all that money going? Past deals. Past. Got the strength card. What's going on? What's going on with his money? Strength, but I get like undermining, self-sabotage. What's going on? Knocked off his high horse. I mean, it was upright, but when it came over and I flipped it, it sort of looked like it was reversed. It wasn't, but I think the message is still there because I feel like this should be undermined and knocked off his high horse. Oh, I wonder what's going to happen with, spending it on what's happened with all this money that he's already raised. I've been moved it offshore. Went through my head. Has he moved it offshore? Yeah, a cup of tea would be nice, baby. Has he moved the money that he's raised from other rallies and etc.? Has he moved it offshore? Moved it away. There you go. But is he going to be able to get it back? James is having an argument with the cat. Can you hear him? Either that or he's talking to somebody on the phone. Is it going to get frozen? A lot of the money, they've moved a lot of their money offshore. Are they going to be able to get it back? Suspension! They weren't good enough. There's going to be freezes and holds put on accounts everywhere. I just go through my head. The US are about to bare their teeth, like and in such a way that countries that, hi, Uncle Charles, thank you for the lovely flowers. They're lovely. In a way that these countries are like, no, you can have the money back. We're not going to mess with you. No. Yeah. Will America be able to get it back? Yeah. That's like, yeah. They're going to bare their teeth. It just went through my mind. They're going to bare their teeth and growl in such a way, deep and resonating. What is that about? Well, definitely Putin is using that basketball player as a bargaining chip. He's using those 2 ex-Marines as bargaining chips. Oh, yeah, I do think they sent some of it to Russia and it's just useless now. Hang on. Just give me a minute here. What is this about America baring their teeth and a deep resonating growl? You know, the fact I don't hear voices or anything. A phrase will go through my head. I sometimes get a flash of writing across my eye. In this case, it a phrase going through my head. America is going to bare their teeth, and it'll make countries who are holding on to money for Trump go, here, take it. But also, it's going to be deep and resonant, and it will resonate throughout the globe. So, what is that about? What is that about? What is that about? Let me see. I'm going to get out the Sibylla cards. Yeah, Sibylla is Italian, Latin cards. They're great. They're very much people, about people and the messages from the people. So I've got the little book here. Some I know straight off. I've got the English translations here. And I had to go through and put, what each letter was for each thing. What is this about? Just make sure that's up the right way. There are a couple of animals in it, but why? What was behind that phrase going, America will bare its teeth and the growl will be deep and resonant and heard. Rumbling around. What is, a card fell out. La Amante, C11, that is the lover, isn't it? Unrequited love. Jack of Hearts, the lover, requited love, attention. Okay, I'm going to go with attention. They're going to zoom their attention in on something. Yeah. What else? Yeah, this is the lover paying attention, serenading, like really zooming in, paying attention. What else? Okay, this card sort of tried to leap out. The bottom one, okay. La Nemica, this is the nemesis, the enemy. P12. The enemy, rivalry, resentment, concealed hate. So attention, zooming in on the enemy. Wow. What is going on? Cards flipped out everywhere there. I'll take the first two. Pensiero, that's pensiveness. Q6, that's pensiveness. Thought, deep in thought, reflection, meditation. And stanza is a pause, I think. Q1, a room, solitude, privacy. Room. thought, attention on an enemy, deep thought, reflection and meditation, reflection and room. I think that Biden is contemplating something. This is the Oval Office, I think. Let's have a look at some more. Oh, this flew out. Q3, Presente de Pietre Prezzioni, a prize. Gift of precious stones, a present not necessarily unselfish. Okay. I do think there's going to be something else that America are going to help this gift. I'm just letting the cards flip out or fall out. I've just better go and see what's happening with him. He's definitely talking to somebody on the phone. I'll be back in just a minute, okay? I'm going to mute it. Okay, everything's okay. But we could hear you getting upset. So, yeah. 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 So, yeah. So, what is this about? I had a phase go through my head out of nowhere, and I'm trying to find some reason behind it. Is this to do with the enemy? I know there's a gift to allies on one side, on the right-hand side, on the left-hand side, the enemy. What is this about the enemies? The conversations. Well, that, of course, is possible peace talks, but that could be the room as well. So this is conversation, people gathering around. Ruin. Ruin. Reunion, romantic encounter or job offer. Reunion, sorry, not ruin. So it could be some peace talks.
Pass the over, baby.
Oh, I don't want that big a cup of tea, just a
Oh,
small
yeah, I
one.
use a proper tea cup.
Yeah.
Well, you like it, you let hold it. Not tea.
Merchant. Crossing his arms, he's not happy. Sanctions, more sanctions. Could this action force people to the table to sit down? Oh, we've got Speranza and Fortuna. A change in fortune. Fortuna. Speranza. C8. Hope, wait, dream, apprehension. Okay. I do think that there's a bit going on there. They're very interesting cards to use. And very people-centric. Change in fortune. Luck, positive, unexpected event. Okay. So that could result from whatever action is taken. Suspiri. Key 6. Longings, desires, memories, nostalgia, regrets. Zigzagging. And one more. La Amante, which is, again, C12, the female. The lover, female lover, who hides her fondness. I think he's going to deliver any messages through Kamala Harris. Just will this baring of the teeth, will it help bring things to a close in Ukraine? Will it help get Russia out of Ukraine? Grand Lady, F12. Attraction, young girl. The Amica. For friend, confident guest. And Disgrazia. Destruction, disgrace. Misfortune. dear. I love the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Taco Viva. Okay, guys. Let's see. Very interesting what those cards had to say. It's very interesting sometimes to use different cards. These are the Via Sibilla Italiano Oracle cards. Yeah, there's 52 of them, I think. 54. No, 52. 52, yeah. The same number as you can use the same system to with playing cards. So if I got that book out, I could just get a pack of playing cards and ask some questions and see what happens. So interesting, wouldn't it? Okay, who's got a question for me? Did I miss any questions? Having a look at why that thing came through. Will sanctions against Putin help get the attention of the youth so they see through his propaganda? Will they rebel against him? Hi, Sharon said. Interesting question. So let's have a read of that. And welcome. I love seeing new names here. They're very dissatisfied with how things are. They don't like how things are. They don't. The youth don't buy into what Putin's saying. Details. They want jobs. They want money. Just as things become harder and harder to get, they know that, and they're talking amongst themselves too. And a halting of goods coming into the country. They can't even go and get McDonald's now. Loss. They're starting to feel the loss of just little things, ordinary things. Yeah, they're going to start wanting answers. Why? If what he's doing is so right, why is everything people saying it? Yeah, there could be some rebellion, definitely, with the young people. So, yeah, definitely could have an impact. Always happens with this deck. I end up with it jumbled up. I'll turn everything up the same way, and then I end up getting all jumbled up again. And Well, they're not allowed to gather. Every time they start gathering, they get hauled off to jail and stuff. You know? Hi, Laurie Gilbert. Got to hold your knees in tight. Any questions, guys? Hi, Margarita Kanishi. How are you? Haven't seen you in a little while. How are things? You're in Hawaii, aren't you? Yeah, there's definitely unrest stirring there. Democratic Republic of the Congo. Train accident. Oh. Are the false flags that Russia is reading their people going to work? I'm getting no, but let's have a look anyway. Let's see what the cards say. No, because they're struggling just to get everyday things in. They can't be bothered. It's just like, yeah. And they know where responsibility lies. So it's not working. And people do speak out, but they're still a little bit reluctant to speak out. There are changes coming, but to people wanting to speak out. A new energy. And growing strength amongst people. And this isn't for Putin. This is amongst the people who want to speak out. They want their freedoms back. And they do know the truth. But they have to be cautious. Because if they move too soon, it can blow back onto them and they will be treated unfairly. So, yeah. US official warns Israel not to be the last dirty money funding last haven for dirty money funding Russian invasion of the Ukraine. Yeah, those talks in Russia, yeah, they're not going to happen.
There you go.
Wreck the joint, why don't you?
Yeah, it's just oh, dear. That one was interesting.
Will there be a clash with Israel and the US? What one? Definitely rough waters. Israel offering something that is not what it seems. Manipulation. They're being shoddy about it too. They're not really trying to hide it. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a chilling of relations there. Thank you, Geek. That's a lovely compliment to my hubby.
What's that?
You have no half measures for when doing things for me. Hi, Bernice Henson. Will the GOP pass a bill to give out a stimulus check to people around August or September so they can get voters to take it in their states? Ah, interesting. Last minute grab for votes. Let's have a look at that question. Oh, 2 cards flew out. Yes, absolutely. I think it's inspired. Get people to vote for them. Yes. They think it'll get people to vote for them. Aren't they mad about Jewish cemetery being bombed? I don't know. I try to steer clear of reading too much on Israel. But yeah. Yeah. Will Alexis Navalny get out of the Russian prison in the near future? I'm getting family reunion. So there's a chance of that happening, yes. Temperance. It's harmonious reunion, Page of Cups, inspiring. But will that happen while Putin is in charge? I'm getting the strength card, but that's not in a yes way. That is, he's too strong. He is just not physically strong, but his message is too strong for Putin. So Putin wants to undermine him. So will Putin keep him in? Yeah. But I do think there will be talks and he will be released. But I don't know if it's going to be talk. Thank you, Shelby Lisa. The Muppets. Oh, what a wonderful. I love the Muppets. I have seasons 1, 2, and 3. I have a lot of the early Muppet movies. I have one of my favorites is Muppets from Space and Muppet Most Wanted. I love those two. I got the Muppet movie and Muppet Most Wanted. Absolutely. Will Putin have to go before he's released? Yes. So look, while Putin is still in charge, he won't release him. But there is a chance of it soon. So where is Putin going to go? Yes, he was the original voice of Kermit. Yes. I can do imitation of, I can do Constantine the Frog trying to imitate Kermit. Hello, I am Kermit the Frog. That's as close as I can get. Well, the original pilot for the Muppet Show was called Sex and Violence. Okay. Any questions, guys? What? Yeah. Of course, Brian Henson does Kermit now, doesn't he? Mana mana. But I won't do any more. Just don't want to breach copyright. No. So, arms shipments are a legitimate military target. Kremlin warns the West. Okay. Oh, one of my favourite latest things is because I watch the Muppet Shorts that come up on YouTube. It's the one where they did Bohemian Rhapsody on at the end of it. Kermit goes, I don't know if these Zoom meetings really work out. Love it. I can watch that over and over and over and over. The Muppets are doing Bohemian Rhapsody. So, will they use it as an excuse to lovers? Will treat arms shipments to Ukraine from NATO countries as legitimate targets for military action. What I keep saying he's going to stuff up. The warning from Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov came as supporters of Ukraine, including the UK, Germany, and United States, have been urgently shipping thousands of. Warned the US that pumping weapons from a number of countries orchestrates isn't deserted. We'll make those convoys. Okay. Will he actually go after one of these convoys? Yeah, no willingness. All for a ceasefire and everything. That I told you that the Israeli thing was just no. Okay. So will he make a mistake and hit one of these targets? No, terrible. I can't do it. Okay, will Putin stuff up and hit one of these convoys while it's going to a NATO country? Oh, yeah. Forced forced retirement, forced backing away. What's this? Page of Swords. I think what he's going to try and do is hit it as it crosses the border or something, but he's going to stuff up. I keep saying it, he's going to stuff up. And judgment will, bad judgment, Ace of Cups, just breaking the floodgates. Offer he doesn't want. He'll hit it. I think if he hits it, he's going to get an offer he doesn't want. Is this, remember that phrase went through, the US will bare its teeth and the growl will be deep and resonant. Knight of Wands, unleashed restraint. Connection, there's that connection between that. Is Putin gonna stuff up? Yeah, here's the death card, transition. He's gonna do something that changes the whole dynamic for him and basically ends him, not knocks him off, but ends the transition. But will this be sooner or later? Oh, Star. Betrayal. He's put them on notice. But, yeah. Swedish Shepherd. Oh, my goodness. I used to use Firefox a lot. That used to be, years and years and years ago. That was my browser of choice. I don't know. I just eventually ambled over to Google eventually. Okay, any more questions, guys? Because it's just hit 12 here, so it's time for me to wrap up. Now, remember, if anyone wants a reading, you can email me at that address. Yeah, I'm pretty good for all mornings. Any morning I'm pretty good for, and some evenings you just have to let me know where you are and stuff, but not Saturday, Monday or Wednesday evenings in the US. I'm not good for them because I do my own things there, but all mornings pretty open. So if you do want a reading, please email me. And hear that the food Putin gave his soldiers expired in 20. Yes, there's a lot of logistical problems that are bringing down things. So, yeah. Thank you, Sharon said for doing that. Yeah. And thank you so much for joining me. Yeah. Okay, lovely to see you all too. Stay safe, stay strong, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay loving. And I will talk to you all later. Okay, see you in a couple of days. Bye-bye.